We're not counselors.
We are testing machines.
Our job is just full of surprises.
I've even had some kids ask me, can you read minds?
We're there to do testing only.
It's not only assessment. There are a lot more other things that we can do.
The expert in just about everything as far as education goes.
Fall on grenades so that the explosion doesn't hit everyone in the school.
Ooh, such a great question.
Wow, I imagine everybody has a hard time with that.
I'm at the National Association of School Psychologists, surrounded by experts in this field. Today, I want to know from them directly, what do school psychs actually do? What are the biggest misconceptions, and what advice they would give to new psychs? Let's go find out. How would you describe your job in one sentence?
They call me when there's an angry teacher, angry student, or angry parent.
I would say trying to help students to achieve their best potential by providing the most appropriate support for them.
I would say my job is to partner with teachers, parents, and other stakeholders in the community to develop the best outcomes for students who have different learning needs. My other statement that I say if I'm being a little snarky is my job is to fall on grenades so that the explosion doesn't hit everyone in the school.
I support students' whole person development through assessment, consultation, and intervention.
Wow, I imagine everybody has a hard time with that. My job is to help kids understand who they are, their strengths, what's hard for them, and why that's important and what to do with it.
I do a lot of assessing, testing, and also working with teams and school to support our kids.
One sentence I'd have to say my job would be that it is all-encompassing.
An opportunity for collaboration, advocacy, and assistance in a mental health environment for, in my opinion, some of our most vulnerable populations. And our job is to service and assist them in the best way possible. I help teachers teach and students learn.
What is the biggest misconception in school psych?
I think there's a lot of confusion between our role and that of other important mental health providers at school, like school counselors, school social workers. We kind of have a unique niche in our schools, and a lot of people tell me, oh, we didn't have a school psychologist when I was in school. And I think they probably did, they just didn't know him.
We're not counselors. From my district, we do a lot of different work with the school and also supporting teachers, parents, and at the same time our students, everybody.
That we're there to do testing only.
We are testing machines.
I would say that there's a general lack of awareness about what school psychologists are. So most people call me a school counselor, which I'm not offended by. I love my school counselors, but I think that people don't know that even our superintendent doesn't send out it's School Psychology Awareness Week, but he does for every other type of mental health week. Yeah, so it's almost like knowing that we are an entity and all of the things that we can help with, whether it's academic interventions or behavioral interventions or just partnering with parents to find community resources. We have so much knowledge, and so many people don't even know who we are or what we do.
That our job involves only testing. It's not only assessment. There are a lot more other things that we can do, including consultation and interventions.
That we do just one thing, like we just do counseling, or maybe we just do testing. But really, I think that our profession is like the multi-tool of education because we can do so many different things. You know, I'm sitting in meetings doing consultation, I'm doing testing, I'm doing evaluations, I'm doing behavior plans, I'm doing counseling, I'm doing, you name it. I feel like school psychologists are really the expert in just about everything as far as education goes. So, you know, I think that's the biggest thing, is it not just one thing, it's many things.
Ooh, such a great question. Because you are identified means that you cannot achieve great things. In school psychology, I think we identify a lot of students, and those identifications come with a lot of, big changes for parents and for students and for their lives. It's a dramatic impact on them. And just because a student has a disability doesn't mean they can't learn. And that's one of the biggest things I think that happens, is a lot of times people think that if they get a disability, then they cannot learn. And I like the term differently abled, because, we all learn in different ways. We all achieve and grow in different ways. And it's actually better to know yourself. And that's what a school psychologist can provide, is the ability to help a student and family know themselves a little bit better. So
I think we're like a standalone expert that we can come in and tell people about the secrets of their own brain. And I've even had some kids ask me, "Can you read minds?" And then, because I do magic tricks, I can actually show, sure I do, and trick them a little, have some fun.
Yeah.
But deconstructing that, it's like I'm just one piece of the pizza to add to to the mix, and the valuing and importance of everybody at the table. So what I contribute is really important, but so does the parent and the student and the teacher and the paraprofessional or EA and the OT and the SLP and
Yes,
the school
all the
social
teams.
workers, and yes.
What advice would you give to new starting school psychologists?
Try to do networking and get a mentor. I think it is a lot to learn in grad school, and once you get into actual workplace, your school district, there will be more things that you find out you didn't know and you didn't learn in grad school. So having a good mentor is very, very helpful.
I would say have fun. All your hard work will pay off, and take good care of yourself.
Well, one, hone in on your time management, because there's a lot of things we have to juggle. But the biggest thing, I think, is the ability to always keep learning. This job is changing consistently and constantly since I started. I mean, I've been doing this for, I think this is going to be about my 8th year doing this job. And it's been different from when I started versus now, versus in between. And so that flexibility and that willingness to adapt and to always learn, but at the same time to also stand on your knowledge that you do know and really be confident in that. It's a little intimidating going into a new setting with a bunch of people who have been doing this for years, or people who have a lot of experience, and especially going in as an intern, it's a little overwhelming. But yeah, stand on your knowledge, but also be willing to learn and grow at all times.
The best advice I could give is just to be flexible, and just, if you are too rigid about what you expect to accomplish in a day, you're going to be very stressed. So you kind of just have to show up and face what the day gives you, because, because our job is just full of surprises. You really have to be able to think on your feet, and also be okay with, cramming to get your work done when the time allows. So.
One, don't expect to have all the answers. You're not going to know everything, and that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be, and you will be more confident as your career progresses. I think the other big piece of advice too is just to be able to learn to say no, because I think especially when you're not just new school psychologists, but a new staff in general, there's a tendency to be taken advantage of. And part of that's because you want to do so much, and so you put yourself out there and you don't say no to things. But be able to say no, take a measured response to things, not stretch yourself too thin, especially in those first couple years.
Don't think of yourself as a testing machine, even if people say that you are.
Nice to remember that as you progress through your career, you'll develop tools, tricks of the trade, templates. All of those things will make your job easier. I tell brand new psychologists that when I started in my career, I worked at home every day until the first winter break. And then I worked at home most days until the end of my first year, and every year, that burden became less and less as I had seen students with familiar needs, right? And my work efficiency became better just through experience. So yes, there's a lot of work that needs to be done up front and a big commitment, but the further along you get, those things will come easier and you'll gain more of your life and your freedom back.
The key for me in building partnerships with parents and with teachers is just to speak with confidence. I do know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go in with information that's going to be helpful, but I also need to come from an understanding of what it is that person's looking for, what they need.
Yeah.
So I need to address their concerns, but speak with confidence, and then let's decide what to do about it.
It's all about relationship. I know that we work with the kids, but sometimes we're asked to can you take this kid and work with them and fix this? And, without relationship, that's not going to happen. So it really is about the relationships we have with the teachers and adults in the building that have to be solid and meaningful. And you get a sense of safety with each other and belonging. And that takes time. It takes demonstration. And it's the exact same principle that we have with the kids. They have to see and recognize that they belong and they're safe with us. So start with the adults in the building. Build those up. Be in the staff rooms. Attend the social events. Connect. And then that'll trickle down into the relationships with the kids.
Okay, and that's a wrap for NASP 2025. If you're a school psych, comment down below. How would you describe your job? And what advice would you give to new psychs? And if you're new, hopefully you got something out of this video. Bye.